back to my YouTube channel. Did you apply for Schengen Visa and was rejected? I can relate it so well because when I applied for my first visit visa to the Netherlands, it was rejected, and of course it was very painful. Today I want to talk about some reasons why Schengen Visa get rejected. On my previous video, I talked about 4 of them. Today, I'm going to talk about other 4. And one of it is when you don't have enough reasons to go back to your country. The officers want to make sure that when you visit their country, let's say you're going to Germany or Netherlands, they want to make sure that you are going back to your country. And I'm going to explain what kind of document they are going to be certified that this person who is going to Europe, she's going back to the country. And I'm going to analyze them on a different situation. Let's say, for example, you are working. What they want to see is that you have an employment letter from your employer. That means when you go to that foreign country, you will go back to your job. That's a guarantee that. Let's say you are self-employed. You have to present registration certificate for your company. You have to present tax certificates. And because they will be assured that because this person has a business in the country, when they go to visit the country in the Europe, they will also go back to their country. Let's say that you're a student. Go to your department where you are schooling, let's say it's a university or college, and tell them to give you a letter that to authorize you that you're on vacation. You can travel to wherever you want, and you've been in that school from this, they have to state well the period. And let's say, for example, you are there for 4 years. They have to say you are in 3rd year doing this and this and everything. The letter has to be explained so well. The officers will be convinced that when you go to that foreign country, you will come back because you are in school. Let's say you are not employed, you are not a student, don't have your business, and you are like a housewife or a single mother. That one is very tricky. And the other documents like sufficient funds, invitation letter from the person who is inviting you, it has those other documents, they have to be very strong. But you can also say, let's say you are a single mother who is not employed, who is not having a business, you can also give a reason that you will have to come back to take care of your children. And what are the documents which are supposed to support your argument? You have to take copies of your children's birth certificate, embassy. That when the officers look at your application, they will be convinced that when this person goes to the Netherlands, she will have to come back to take care of the children. And again, make sure that you write a letter stating that when you are away from your children, who is going to take care of them? Because they don't want a mother goes to Europe and then the children are not taken care of. Make sure you write a letter, you can sign it. Another reason you don't get a Schengen visa is unclear travel plan. For example, you want to go to Europe, to Italy as a tourist, but you say, I'm going for 2 weeks. And again, because it's a Schengen visa, you can go to all the countries. It's around 32 countries. Then you say on your plan that you are going to visit like 10 countries. You know, it's not realistic that within 2 weeks you can visit like 10 countries. And again, when they look at your bank statement, the money is not even enough. So we're planning the trip. You make sure that let it be simple, let it be realistic, and let it be clear so that the officers are not going to be confused what is happening here. Another thing, it's when you present fake documents, And I want to give a scenario. Sometimes I help people to apply for these visas, and then I had a friend of mine. She was traveling to European country, and she was traveling with the child. So the other document, all the documents were okay. And then I told her, because you are traveling with your daughter, you have to get a consent letter from the father of your daughter. She said, it's okay, no problem. He's going to give me a consent letter. And when she brought the documents to me, everything was okay. The consent letter was there. It was signed. Everything was okay. And actually, this case, I was 100% sure that she's going to get the visa. But unfortunately, she never got it. So when we went through the refusal letter, we came to know that the consent letter was not genuine. Actually, she never got it from the father to her child. She drafted it herself, she signed it, and she sent it to me. And actually, that is the reason why she was not given the visa. So make sure that all the documents are genuine. It's the bank statement, make sure they're genuine. If it's the invitation letter, make sure it is written by the person who is inviting you to that country. Don't make a mistake of doing it yourself, because at the end of it, the officers are so well trained and they are going to catch you. Another reason why visa gets rejected, it's your poor travel history. It doesn't mean if you have never traveled out of your country, you are not going to be given the visa. But in most cases, if you have traveled to other countries, the chances of you getting the visa are a little bit higher than when you've not traveled. So the question is, if you've not traveled, what exactly are you supposed to do? You have to make sure that the other documents are so strong such that they can support your case well. And of course, you have to, let me just give an example. There's a friend of mine 2 weeks ago. We applied for a Schengen visa to go to one of the European countries to visit the boyfriend. And in this case, my friend is not working. The boyfriend in European country is not working. But lucky enough, he has a house, his own house, and he also has some savings. And my friend has 2 boys. So all the documents are okay, but we are still hoping that she's going to get the visa. But I have supporting documents to support her case, because it's weak, because she's never traveled any, she's not working, she's just doing nothing, she's just a single mother. So we had to draft a letter that when she got the boyfriend, after 2 months she has to come back to her country, so that she has to take care of the children. And we drafted all the letters and she signed, and we sent them to the embassy. Now they are working on them, and we are just hoping that she's going to get it, because the case is a little bit like this, and simply because she's not working. But good enough that we also drafted the chats, the way they communicate every day, and when the boyfriend visited her in Kenya, to the embassy, because we have to have a lot of supporting document to convince the officers there she will have to go back to her country, So those are the 4 points. You're supposed to be so careful when you're applying for this Schengen visa. We've said not many reasons to go back to your country. You don't have strong ties to your country. Second, we've said that unclear travel plan. We've said that poor travel history. and again, it's fake documents. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel because I will give a lot of information to do with visa. So for now, thank you so much.